Hello everyone. So in last video, we discussed about one-dimensional array in your third module. So in that arrays concepts we already know. So in array we have two different types. So one-dimensional array and two-dimensional array. So one-dimensional array means it's a linear array. It having only one dimension means only linear line. Okay, one line, just like only one axis, x-axis only. Okay, so what do you mean by an array? So an array is a set of elements having similar data type elements. So and then we discussed about the declaration of one dimensional array and then initialization of one dimensional array. That initialization of one dimensional array is a very important question. Okay, we can initialize one dimensional array in five different ways. First one is full array initialization, partial array initialization, and then array initialization without mentioning size, array initialization of characters, and then array initialization of strings. So that we discussed in last video. So now in this today's video we continue our discussion. Our next type of array is two-dimensional array. So and we can call it as multi-dimensional array. So more than one dimension we call as multi-dimensional array. So here first we discussed about two-dimensional array. So two-dimensional array is nothing but this array contains two dimensions. So two dimensions, it contains both x-axis and as well as y-axis. Okay, so here we need to mention the array in the form of matrix. So we represent the array and then the data are stored in an array in the form of matrix. How you represent a matrix? We represent a matrix in the form of rows and columns. So now the two-dimensional array we represented in the form of matrix. So now we see, so array which are specified with two subscript, two set of square brackets are called two-dimensional array. So now this two-dimensional array, the two dimension is nothing but x-axis and y-axis. These two dimension we represented using two subscripts. So in one-dimensional array we attach only one square bracket. Why? Because that one is only one dimension. So only we mention the size of linear array. But now we have two dimension. So two dimension, because of the two dimension we need to mention represent both x-axis and y-axis. That's why for two-dimensional arrays we need to attach two square braces. First square braces represents the number of rows and then second square braces represents the number of columns. This first represents the number of rows and second represents the number of columns. So you can define two-dimensional array as array which are specified with two subscript, two set of square brackets are called two-dimensional array. Arrays with two or more dimension are called as multi-dimensional array. I already told now. So and then in two-dimensional array, the first index indicates the row size. I already told. So the size of an array we call as index. So first row, first subscript, first square bracket represents the row size, the number of rows, and the second index indicates the column size. Example, so same as one dimensional array, but here we are attaching one extra square braces. That extra square braces is for two dimension. So here int a and then attach square braces, two square braces for two dimension. So first indicates the rows and second one indicates the column numbers. First index we mention the number of rows and second one is for number of columns. Here how many rows and columns are there? 10 rows and 10 columns. Next for three dimension you attach another one square braces. Then this one will become three dimension. Three dimension means x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So here x, y and z-axis, three dimensional array. So but mainly we use two dimensional arrays. So declaration of two dimensional arrays. So same as your one dimension, but we need to attach extra one. The syntax for declaring two dimensional arrays: data type, array name, row size and column size. That row size and column size we mentioned within a square bracket. As we declared the variables before they are used in the program, an array must also be declared before it is used following syntax. Okay, so data type, it can be int, float, char. Array name, the name of the array. For naming array, again here also we have to use the identifier rows, and then row size is the number of rows in an array, columns, number of columns in an array. Semicolon is must to end the statement. So this one is a statement. Anyhow we call this one is a statement. This one we went with semicolon. This one is an example to see how the data and the memory will allocated when you declare an two-dimensional array. The size used during declaration of array is usual reserved for the specified memory locations. So example int a of 2 and 4. First square bracket indicates what? Number of rows. Second one indicates number of columns. And a is a array name. Int is a data type. For int, how many memory will be allocated for each block of data? For each block of array, so how much memory will be allocated? For int, 2 bytes of memory. So here you see how many rows? 2 rows and 4 columns. For each row, 4 columns. So that rows 0, 0, row 1. How many columns in each row? 4 columns. How you represent that one? So this one is for a of 0, 0. First row, first column. First row, second column. Row number is 0. Column number is 0 here. This block is row 0th row, 1 first column, 0, 1. So next this one is 0, 2. A of 0, 2 and J of 0, 3. This one is A of 1, 0. First row, first column. Okay. Sorry, second row, first column. We already know array indexing start from 0. That's why. First, second row, second column. Third row, sorry, second row, third column. Second row, fourth column. So in this type, memory will be allocated if you declare an array of 2-dimensional of size row size 2 and column size 4. So the array A is a 2-dimensional array with 2 rows and 4 columns. This declaration informs that compiler to reserve 8 location. So 2 into 4, 8 location, 2 into 8. So each location for each block, how much memory will be allocated? 2 bytes of memory. 2 into 8 blocks are there. 16 bytes of total memory will be allocated one after the other. So next one is initialization. Now we discussed only about declaration of an array. So now we discussing initialization. Initialization means inserting value inside these blocks. So in one dimension, 5 different types. Again here also we are using 5 different types for initializing an array. So here also for initialization, initializing static array. Static ಆಗಿ ನೀವು values ಅನ್ನು assign ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ without accepting the inputs from the runtime during runtime. Runtime ಅಲ್ಲಿ input accept ಮಾಡ್ದೇನೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ values ಅನ್ನು assign ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ static value assignment ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ. During runtime if you accept an value, so that one we called as runtime memory value assigning or value initialization. But now statically, so statically you assign for one dimensional array. So one dimensional array, data type, array name, square brackets, array size mention ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ equal to within flower braces you enter the values. That values will be not exceed the size of an array. You can enter the value less than that of your array. You can't enter more than that of your array size. Okay. So now data type, here also same thing. Data type, array name, row size and column size you need to specify is equal to. Here for each row you have to create one separate flower braces. So for one row and then for inside that row for how many columns that you have to enter. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಒಂದೇ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ, ಒಂದೇ ರೋ ಒಂದೇ ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತೈತೆ ಒಂದ್ರ ಒಳಗಡೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ n ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ರೋಸ್ ಇದೆ, n ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ n ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ರೋಸ್, ಸೊ ಈಚ್ ರೋಗ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇನ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಈಚ್ ರೋಗು ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸೊ ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಲಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಂಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಈಚ್ ರೋ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸಪರೇಟೆಡ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರೋಸ್ ನ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈಚ್ ರೋಗ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಆ ರೋ ಒಳಗಡೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಂಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ರೋಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಹಾಕಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಎಂಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು, ವಿತಿನ್ ಮೇನ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕರೀರಿ. ದಟ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಯು ಎಂಡ್ ವಿತ್ semicolon. So next we see with an example. So data type, okay, int, array name, row size we already know, column size. So a to en is the values assigned for first row, b to bn values assigned for second row. Okay, second row values, and then so on like this. So you can assign any number of values and it depends on the size of the row. Okay, these values also, these rows also not exceed the row size. It should be less than or equal to this row size. It should not exceed the row size value. And then column numbers also, in each rows you have to enter the specified number of columns. That columns also less than, it may be less than or equal to, then it will accept it, not more than this of column size. So int a, now we see an example, int a of 4,3. So 4,3. So and then here for each row, how many rows are there? 4 rows, 3 columns. For each row we have 3 columns. four rows are there, so that's why inside main flower basis 4 flower bases we created. For each flower basis three values we are added. So 3 values. Why 3 values? 3 columns are there. We can't. Can we add another more value inside this flower basis? No. Why? Because the column size is 3 only. That's why you need to add 3. 3, 3, 3. Total 4 into 3. 12 blocks of memory will be added. So listen here. So columns, how many columns? 3 columns. Columns and then rows. X and Y axis 2-dimensional. Rows 0, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2. So first row, first column 11, 22, 33. For first row 11, 22, 33. For second column 44, 45, 55, 66. Third column 77, 88, 99. And then for fourth column 10, 20, 30. And then array indexing start from 0. That's why we are starting from 0. Okay. So here you see another one example. So int a of 4 and 3. 4 rows are there, 3 columns are there. But here we are assigned 4 rows. Okay, here we created 4 rows. We assigned value for 4 rows, but we are adding 2 values for only 2 columns. For if all 4 rows we added values. 4 rows but 2 columns. Remaining rows are then for remaining rows what value will be stored? 0 will be stored. So same as your one dimension. One dimensional also for remaining 0 will be stored. Okay. So this one is static. Statically, directly we are assigned the values. Next, reading and writing two-dimensional array. So how you read the array, read and write the single-dimensional array by using printf and scanf. For writing printf, for reading scanf, but for reading the multiple values, so we use for loop. Here also we need to use for loop, but here we need to read the values in the form of rows and columns. So for that here we have to use nested for loop. So we already discussed that nested for loop, right, in looping statements. Okay, so that nested for loop inside another loop. For loop, here we are using for loop inside another for loop. Outer for loop is for representing the number of rows. Inner for loop represents the number of columns. To read the two-dimensional array, we have to use two for loops along with scanf, where outer for loop indicates the number of rows and to be read, and the inner for loop indicates the number of columns to be read. So to read the n array elements of two-dimensional array, so we have to already know two for loops, outer for loop and inner for loop. Outer for loop are representing the number of rows. So for I is equal to 0, I less than m. M represent rows, I plus plus. And then inside that for j is equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. Scanf percentage d and then ampersand a of I comma j. I is for rows initialization and j is for column initialization. I represent row and j represent number of columns. So you have to use nested loops for representing or for reading two-dimensional array values by using scanf. Like that for printing we have to use what? Printf. So for printing, so we use printf. Same. Okay, for I is equal to 0, I less than mi plus plus. For j is equal to 0, j less than j plus plus. Printf percentage is slash t. Slash t. Why is slash t? For providing one tab space. If we not provide one tab space, the two blocks, two columns are attached with each other. So to remove that one, we have to use slash t. So in printf, we are not using ampersand directly. We have I, comma j. So and then printf slash m to jump to the new line. Otherwise, it will print in a single line. That's why we use slash t and slash n ef for printing the values. So next we see the example program. So example program. Let us see program to read and print two-dimensional array. So include std.h, connect.h, void main. So and then here first we declare an array with size, some size, any size. Okay, int a 10, 20, 10, 10, and then I, j, m, n. So here we need to initialize two values, two initialization with variables I for number of rows and j for number of columns. M represent number of rows and represent number of columns. I is for initializing rows, j is for initializing columns. Printf enter the rows and columns for an. First you have to accept the number of rows and columns. Sir, ಇಲ್ಲೇನೆ 5 size fix ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಪುನಃ ಹೆಂಗ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು? So inside this how much space you need to use? So ಇವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ 10 rows 10 columns ಇದೆ. 10 rows ಮತ್ತೆ 10 columns ಒಳಗಡೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. 10 rows ಮತ್ತೆ 10 columns ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. Scanf percentage d two values ampersand n and m. These are the number of rows and number of columns. Enter the array elements. For entering element array elements, we have to use nested for loop. For I is equal to 0, I less than m I plus plus. For j is equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. Scanf percentage d and percent of j. Enter array elements. So what enter values you have to enter that array elements. If you want to print, then you have to use printf. For I is equal to 0, I less than m I plus plus. J is equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. Printf percentage is slash t f I comma j. Printf slash n. So after these two for loops, next you use printf slash n. So actually this one you have to write uh, here, here inside this one. Okay, here mistake is there. Don't remove this floor basis. Okay, so here only after internal for loop, use printf slash n get ch. Okay. Next, write a C program to add two matrix. Now you have to write a C program to add two matrix. Two matrix means now you have to declare two matrices A array A, two-dimensional array and B array, and then you store the result in C array. So this one is also important question. So this question asked in your last 2 years back examination for 10 marks. Write a C program to add two matrix A and B and store a sum in C. So this one is very easy program. So now here the main important thing is declaration of arrays and accepting the input. Okay. So listen here. First here how many arrays we need to take as an input two arrays, and then for output another one array. So that's why int a of 10 10, b of 10 10, these two are for input, and then c of 10 10 for storing output. So and then I j m n clear screen. I for initializing rows and j for initializing columns, m for number of rows and n for number of columns. So clear screen. So next printf enter the size of the matrix. Scanf percentage d ampersand m ampersand n. Printf enter the number of elements. Enter the number of elements for matrix A. Now you have to enter the elements for matrix A. Matrix A is what? A. Okay, A is matrix A. So for I is equal to 0, I less than m I plus plus. For j is equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. Scanf percentage d ampersand d of I. This one will accept the input for matrix A. You can enter any values as an input. So and then next one for printf, enter the elements for matrix B. Next you have to enter the elements for matrix B. Okay, same elements you have to use. For I is equal to 0, I less than m I plus plus, but matrix name is changed. So B of I j. Okay, B of I j, and then before start writing program, while you are, if you want to add two matrix, you must know one thing. If the two matrix are square matrix and the two matrix rows and columns are equal, then only you can perform addition. Otherwise you can't perform addition. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಎರಡೂ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ರೋ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಎರಡೂ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ರೋ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಕಾಂಟ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೂ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಒನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಚೆಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲೇನೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಎಂಟರ್ ದ ಸೈಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್. Okay, so and elements for A. Okay, so next you accept the input for. So the why here we are not checking that values, in the sense here we are taking only one input. Enter the size of the matrix. Okay, both the matrix we are accepting m and n. We are not taking p and q, two separate matrix input. We are not taking only one put. In that one row and column size we are entering the value. That's why we can't check the matrix size are equal or not. Okay, if you are accepting two different rows and column size, okay, mn and pq, mn for row and column for first matrix, pq are the row and columns for second matrix, then you have to check that rows and columns are equal. If mn pq, okay, mn are the first matrix row and column, pq are the second matrix row and column, if four values are equal, then only you can perform addition, otherwise you can't perform. So here only one row size ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. That same rows and column size we are using for both the matrix A and matrix B. That's why we can easily perform addition. No need to check that one. So next, now we accept the two values. Next we perform addition. So that storing values, that output values, where we store? We store in another one matrix. That matrix is C. So for I is equal to 0, I less than M. I plus plus, for j is equal to 0, j less than a, j plus plus. C of ij, C of ij equal to A of ij plus B of ij. That C of ij, for first iteration what happened? I value is 0, j value is 0. C of 0 0 value is equal to A of 0 0 value plus B of 0 0 value. Okay, so that value will be stored in C of 0 0. This will repeat until you this condition will get fail aga tanka enagta irutte, this one will get executed. Okay, so next printf the resultant matrix, where that result will be stored? That result will be stored in C. That result will be stored in C of ij. So for I is equal to 0, I less than m, next to print the C of ij value. So here we print the resultant matrix is for I is equal to 0, I less than mi plus plus, for j is equal to 0, j less than j plus plus, printf percentage d slash d, C of ij. So printf, okay, that C of ij value will be stored here. Okay, so for adding two matrix, so the rows and column size should be same. So try to execute this program in your laptop. Okay, type and execute, then we get the result. Okay. The next program is reduce program to find the largest of n array elements in two-dimensional array. So in two-dimensional array, now you have to find out the biggest number in an array. So same thing. Here we declare big is equal to 1. So we already discussed this one in one-dimensional array also. Find the largest number in an array and then smallest number in an array. There we declare large is equal to 1. Now we declare big is equal to 1. So ij, mm, enter the size of matrix, percentage d, percentage ampersand and ampersand n. Enter the elements of matrix A. So next you enter the matrix A elements, and then for I is equal to 0, I less than m, I plus plus, for j is equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. If A of ij greater than big, okay, we are going to compare with first element, so with 1. So if it is greater than big, then big is equal to A of j. This part is very important. So just we are comparing. So same thing, we are comparing. At last in that big, the largest element value will be stored, so that one will be evaluated. And the next one is find reduce program to find the smallest number. For smallest number, so here see, enter the size of the matrix, scanf from same thing, but the change is less than that small. Here small you declared as 999 compare with 49. Okay, smallest element you compare, then you get the result. Try to execute all these programs, and then next we discussed uh, matrix multiplication. So that matrix multiplication is the very important concept for your lab. Okay, in your part B, 8th program, first program is your matrix multiplication. That one is very important. Okay, so that I explained in lab part. Okay, so and then try to addition of two-dimensional array, subtraction. So we already discussed about addition of two-dimensional arrays. So next you try to write assignment for subtraction of two-dimensional arrays, multiplication of two-dimensional array. So that I will explain in lab part. And then transpose of two matrix, and then identity matrix. So identity matrix is nothing but if it is if the value of array is 0, sorry, positive values, so that one will be converted into negative. If it is negative, negative will be changed to positive. Negative in the positive change ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, positive in the negative ಗೆ change ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. That one is what transpose of two dimension identity matrix. Sorry, identity matrix ಅಂದ್ರೆ 0 ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇರೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಓದಿದಿರ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಿ ಯು ಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ. So transpose of matrix is nothing but converting rows into columns into rows. So this one is very simple. So you try to write an assignment ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕೆ try ಮಾಡಿ. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ನ. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ 2 ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಅರೆ ರೀಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೀಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ 2 ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಅರೆ, ಎಂಟರ್ ದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ರೋಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ರೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು, ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ರೋಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ರೋಸ್ ನ ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್, ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ರೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 0, ಐ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಂ, ಐ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂ ನ ಎನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಎನ್ ನ ಎಂ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂ ನ ಎನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎನ್ ನ ಎಂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಫಾರ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ಫಾರ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಫಾರ್ ಐ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 0, ಐ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಂ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ಐ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಂ, ಎಂ ನ ಎನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಎನ್ ನ ಎಂ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟಿ ಆಫ್ 10 ಆಫ್ 10 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಟಿ ಆಫ್ 10 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಬರ್ರಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಐ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 0, ಐ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಎನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ರೋಸ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರತ್ತೆ, ಎನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಐ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್, ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಜೆ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 0, ಜೆ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಂ, ಜೆ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಂ ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಜೆ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಂ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಜೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಎಫ್ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಎಫ್ ತಗೋಬಾರ್ದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅವಾಗ, ಸಿ ಆಫ್ ಐ ಜೆ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್, ಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಐ ಜೆ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸಿ ಆಫ್ ಐ ಜೆ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಎ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ರೋ ಇದ್ದು ಕಾಲಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾಲಮ್ ಇದ್ದು ರೋ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವೈಟ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಶೋ ಯು. Now we see the example how to execute the matrix. So now I will show you how to execute matrix. So listen here. So here turbo C, I type how to read and write the 2-dimensional array. So first I explained what I explained, that same program I typed here. So same thing. Okay, first we have to accept the input. For that scanf, nested for loop, and then next array elements. So this one, okay, enter elements are what array elements you enter, so that one will be printed. So here I told /t and /n is for represent the data in the form of array, sorry, matrix format. So now I compile, first we check compile, no errors. So 3 errors are there. Why? Because here only we ended. So now I remove this one. So again I change, save. Okay, so again I compile. Okay, so no error, run. So no errors, no error. So now I first enter number of rows as 2. Okay, enter number of columns as 2. Enter element, next it will ask enter elements. Now I enter 1 2 3. How many elements we need to enter? 2 rows and 2 columns. For 2 rows and 2 columns we need to enter 4 values. So 1 2 3 4. Next I enter array elements are 1 2 3 4. So first 2 elements are for first row, 2 columns. Second 2 elements for remaining 2 elements for second row, 2 columns. So in this format array will be stored in your memory. So if you not enter, okay, if you not use this /t, what happen? Next we see, if you not use this /t, what happen? Then if you not use this percentage f, what happen? Okay, if you not use that one, so save, and then now I run. So it will not display in the form of matrix. We are not getting any error. 1 2 1 2 3 4 all elements. So see 1 2 3 4. But you can't know. You can't know that the data are displayed in matrix format or not. So that's why we need to specify that one in the form of we need to specify /n and /t. This one is 2-dimensional read and write. So next I open for transpose matrix. The transpose matrix is also very important. That one is asked for 10 marks in last year examination. Just change the rows and to columns into rows. So I already told. So for transpose of matrix, so we create another one matrix, declare another one matrix. This one is for A, I, J, M, N for row initialization, column initialization, number of rows and number of columns. This one is for transposing of matrix. First you take the input for number of rows and columns, and then enter array elements, and then next I print enter array elements. First we have to display how that array elements actually present. Okay, so if that array elements is not present, if you don't display this one, you can't show the differences of transpose matrix and normal matrix. So first array elements I showed, and then next I perform my transpose of matrix. So for transpose of matrix, this one is the thing. Okay, same thing for I is equal to 0, I less than m, I plus plus, this one is the code. Okay, for j is equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. So now here I assign a of j, a of ij, row column into, now transpose of matrix means changing rows into column, columns into rows. So now here I is what row, j is column. So that I will be changed to column j, and then j column change to I row. Okay, row into column, column into row, ಎರಡನ್ನೂ change ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Next to display the transpose matrix elements, but while displaying in row, in row first outer for loop is representing row, that one you display as column. Okay, here you have to change n, and then for column inner matrix, sorry, inner for loop you change it to row. So that row will be changed to column, column will be changed to row. m ಅನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ n ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, n ಅನ್ನ m ಆಗಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, and then display printf percentage slash t of I of j, that's it. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಜೆ ಐ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂ ಎನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎನ್ ಎಂ ಆಗಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ವಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಪೈಲ್, no errors, and then next run. Okay, run. So now I enter two rows. Now I take two rows and two columns. If you take a square matrix, you can't see the differences. That's why I take uh, two rows and three columns. Okay, so 1 2, how many elements we need to enter? Two rows, three columns, in the sense 6 elements. 1 2 3 4, sorry, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So here you see, so first 1 2 3 4 for first row 3 columns, and second row 4 5 6 3 columns. So row will be converted into columns, and columns will be, after transposing 1 2 3, rows will be changed to columns. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, and then columns 4 5 6 4 5 4 5 6. So here enter array element, rows will be changed to columns, columns into change to rows. So this one is the program to transpose the matrix. So this one is very important. Okay, so now I attach this program along with this along with your video. So watch that video and then try to execute these programs. So this one is also very important question for your examination. This one already asked for 10 marks. Okay, thank you. Watch the video, and then if you get any doubts, so please message